Hi, Miriam. How are you today?
Hi, Olivia. How are you?
I'm good. It's good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
What's kind of occurred? What's been going on in your life since the last time we spoke?
Remember my friend that I told you about that I've been really, really close to?
Yes.
We've been really, really close for about like 9 months. We've been really good friends, texting every day, talking all the time. And it was really, really awesome. He's very smart, very intellectual. We meet really on that level. Like, I just enjoy his, his talks. Just recently, he decided to come out of nowhere and telling me that he's interested in me in, like, as far as dating. And I'm like, what? Where did that come from? What are you saying? Like, this has never been anything we've ever talked about. We've never flirted like that. You've been recently off, and I thought you were just trying to be funny, but never really thought you were interested in me. So that threw me off. I was just like, what? I was miserable for 2 days trying to figure this out. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, what? Is this normal? Like, do people just normally, like, come out of nowhere and tell you, hey, I'm interested in you after 8 months? I don't understand what that is. It really confused me.
So you're feeling confused, and are you worried about your friendship?
Yes, you hit the point. Like, I really am very confused. I'm very, very anxious and worried about, like, okay, what's next? I don't know. Like, I really enjoyed him on the personal level. He literally was my best friend for those past, like, 8 months. I would say 5 or 6 when we got really close.
Yeah.
But, like, now I'm literally losing him because I'm going to turn him down and he's just going to disappear, and it's not going to be pretty. So I've been really, really upset lately, and it's been really sad. We're like, past couple of days were really annoying, and he's not actually from here. He's from Tampa, and he came down to Miami to visit some of his friends because he's originally from New York, and all his New Yorker friends were coming down to Miami, and he's like, oh, Andrew, let's go hang out, whatever. And he just drove and went to hang out with them. He's like, oh, you're really close to me, let's hang out. I was like, yeah, absolutely, no problem. But then that was like a week ago. Well, 2 days ago, he decided to tell me that he's interested in me, and I was like, don't know if I should hang out with you, because it's not going to be a date. I don't want to be dating you, and I don't want to go on a date with you.
So you're not interested in him?
Not on that level. No.
So what it sounds like is that you did have a really close relationship with him, and you want to keep that close relationship, but he disclosed to you that he has feelings for you, and that you're feeling confused and anxious and upset because you do not want to lose your friend.
Yes, absolutely, you're right. I don't want to lose his friendship, but I guess I have to. Part of me I want to be selfish, and like, oh, whatever, let's see how it goes, I don't know, whatever, but then part of me is like, this is not me. I'm not like that. If I don't like you, I don't like you. If I don't want you, I don't want you. Like, there's no two ways around it. So I played it off for like 4 or 5 days when I was really, really confused, trying to like observe what he was telling me. And then I just come to realize, like, this is not me. This is not my principle. This is not my values. Why would I play a guy? He just told me how he feels very clearly, and I'm not seeing him on that level.
So at that moment when he disclosed to you, you didn't automatically say, hey, like, I don't have feelings for you like that.
Honestly, I was shocked. Like, when he first told me that, I was like, I don't know where you're coming from. Then when he came down to Miami to see his friends, we ended up meeting. After I was like, I don't know if I should meet him, but we ended up meeting. We went to the beach. We talked about it again. I told him, listen, I don't really know where is this coming from, but we're friends, and you're allowed to see people, and I'm allowed to see other people because I'm seeing other people. So I'm thinking to myself, he got the hint. Like, if I'm telling you to see other people, there's no way in the world I'm interested in you. I mean, I would hope so. So he's like, okay, whatever, no problem. And then we played it off for a good month. After that beach, like, meeting, whatever, we played it off for a good month, and we were just fine, whatever. And he was, like, telling me about, oh, I met this girl I'm interested in, da-da-da. I was like, perfect. He lost interest in me. That's fine. That's perfect. And then, like, after he lost, like, after those, I think there were 2 girls, and he was telling me about it, and it's fine. but they turned him down. The third, like literally 2 days later, he's like, oh, only if you would have taken me, if you would have accepted my whatever, we would have been all together now, would have been us. I'm like, man, you can't do that. You can't just talk about 2 girls that you were talking to, and today you tell me that you still have feelings for me. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can't really take this against me. You shot me down. You turned me down. I'm like, I'm not taking this against you. I'm being realistic. I'm very authentic with you. I'm very real with you. I'm very me with you. So I thought you got over this. Or I wouldn't say get over it, but you coped with the idea that it's not going to work out.
And so you felt in that moment when he came back to you and said that, oh, if. How did you feel about
like I felt like I'm optional, like I'm like in the back of his head, oh, let me try all these and then come back to you, which I really don't care because I'm not interested in him, but it kind of hurts when you feel like you're just in the back of my mind. Like whenever everything falls apart, I'll come back to you, like my comfort zone. So I'm like, he even told me that you're my comfort zone. I'm like, there's a big difference between being your comfort zone and being friends and being interested in me. This is 2 different perspectives. You can't tell me because we're comfortable together and I share everything with you, that means I'm interested in you on that level. That's not how it works. I'm like, you men think weird. Like, I'm not understanding where this is coming from. And then about a week ago, we just went down ham. Like, we went, like, it was bad. We were texting back and forth and we said, like, things that I felt like were kind of, like, I feel like it wasn't harsh. It wasn't rude, but it was harsh. Like we weren't like cursing each other out, but it was like really harsh. And I think I came to realize that it's time to end a really good relationship or a really close relationship. And I think I just really lost my best friend for, I was like, and I'm coping with it, but every time I think about it, I get upset because I feel like I really liked you. I really enjoyed your company. I really enjoyed your inputs and like everything we had to share together as friends. I lost that, and there's no way in the world I can be friends with him because I know he's still going to like me, or I will still be in the back of his head, and I don't think it's fair for him. You know what I mean? Because I really don't care. I don't feel him on that level, but it's not fair. It's not real. It's not as it used to be. It's gonna be like I'm being selfish, So
why do you think you're being selfish?
Because we're not on the same page anymore. Like I only see him as friend. I don't mind saying anything to him, but he's gonna interpret that very differently, and he might like me even more of things I say or not say or whatever the case may be. Like I might grow on him even more. And that would be really selfish for me because he deserves someone that treats him the way he needs to be treated. Yeah. Which there's no way in the world I'm going to feel this guy. Like there's no spark, attractiveness, chemistry, any on that level at all. He's just like a girlfriend to me. Like he's just my friend. Like legitimately. He's not understanding that.
Okay. And so it sounds like you're in distress. Am I right?
I'm just upset. I'm very upset about it. I'm really like now I'm better. Like I'm getting a little bit okay with it and I'm adjusting. But I was really upset. And
so like on a scale from 0 to 100, how upset do you feel right now?
Right now? Maybe 5. No, 6 or 7. So I was angry. I was furious. I was like 11 last week. But then after we talked about it, like last week we talked about it and I kept telling him, you know what? I told him straight out, I'm like, listen, I don't feel you on that level and I only want you to be my friend. And I don't think there's anything going to happen between us because we're just not, he's like, what are the qualifications you're looking for? Give me something. I'm like, I'm not walking around doing a checklist with every single guy I'm meeting. I'm just not feeling you. I don't have anything, and I'm not feeling you. Go ahead and date people. I'm not feeling you. And I put it in all caps because we were texting that day. I'm not feeling you on that level. And then a day later, he goes like, you know what, I was like, you know what, we just don't have to be friends anymore. It's fine. I understand. I'm going to be upset, but I understand. And he's like, I want to be your friend, but I'm going to have to put my guards up and know what to say and what not to say. And I'm like, part of me liking our friendship was us being real, being genuine, being very authentic with each other. If you're going to tell me we're going to watch out for what to say and what not to say, let's be civil and let's just not be friends, because that's not what I'm looking for. And we stopped there. And then 2 days later, he texted me like a picture of a cake or something. He's like, I'm insane, I'm sorry. I'm like, okay, where is this coming from? Why are you saying you're sorry? I was just trying to understand, like, is he saying sorry just for the hell of saying sorry?
Yeah.
Or does he genuinely mean that he's sorry? And like, what is he sorry about? Like, I don't understand. You're saying you're sorry, but what are you sorry about? There's so many different things that you said to me that I'm not really sure what you're sorry about. And he's like, I'm trying to be nice. Trying to be nice? You're saying so? What? No.
So you don't feel like he's being clear about his feelings or his intentions?
Absolutely not. Like, don't say sorry if you don't mean it. Like, I don't need that. You don't have to do that. And then, like, he called me that day. And he's like, I think there's a misunderstanding. We need to talk. I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. So he called me and he goes like, I think there's a misunderstanding. I think I pushed you too hard. I'm like, yeah. Hell, today you pushed me hard. You're being really pushy, extremely, like, obnoxious about everything. You really made me feel uncomfortable. And this isn't something I don't want to pursue. I don't want a relationship with you. And just take it. It's like, okay. And then I haven't heard from him since. That was last Wednesday. So it's almost a week, kind of. And this is the longest I've ever not talking to him. Because we talk like every day, all day.
Wow. So it's, do you feel that loss in your life? Because it sounds like you guys had a really close relationship, and then he's just...
I do. I did really lose a really amazing friend. I was really upset, as I told you, like probably last week. I was furious about it. But what am I going to do about it? Just acknowledge the fact that he's not my friend anymore. I mean, it's sad. It really is sad. I'm very upset about it. But there's really nothing I can do. I can't be selfish because I'm not going to be able to live with the guilt. I'm going to be really uncomfortable about it. At least now I know between me and my God that, you know, I did my part. I was honest. I never let somebody on. I didn't hurt him. I was just clear with how I felt. So I'm just asking him to help me, like, cope with my loss. Because I really lost a really good friend of mine.
And did you guys have mutual friends? I mean, it sounds like he lives, like, quite far from you. Like Tampa. So he might not be necessarily in your life presently, like, every day, where it's a huge reminder that you had one of your close friends gone.
You're right. We don't really have a lot. Like, we have, like, mutual friends, but they all live everywhere. And honestly, like, I don't even know when is the next time I'm going to see him. So it's not about seeing him. Because I barely really saw him. We just only, like, technology kind of virtually met, kind of thing, like, talking back and forth. And, but he's always on Facebook and so am I. So everything, like, comes up on my newsfeed. It really annoys me, like, aggravates me. It sounds really dumb, but it really does. Like, those little things, like, trigger, oh, I don't know how he's doing right now. Oh, it's kind of sad. You know, like, it makes me upset that I no longer can talk to my best friend, kind of thing. And, like, I would, like, didn't really want to text him randomly and just talk to him, but no. That means we're going to start all over again.